not park in a tow-away zone or other restricted area. Illegally parked cars will be ticketed or towed. You may park free of charge in our parking garage and walk through the tunnel under 27th Street. Thank you. Tonight's game is governed by the rules and regulations of the NCAA and the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Montana State University Billings, the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, and the NCAA all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team, but please do so without directing negative personal remarks against the opposing team. The use or consumption of alcohol or tobacco products is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your good sportsmanship. Tonight's game features the Black Hills State University Yellow Jackets versus your own MSUB Yellow Jackets. At this time, we ask that you please rise from your caps and face the flag as we honor America in the playing of the national anthem, a tribute to Jimi Hendrix by our own Gavin Russell.
Hello everybody and welcome to Tuesday night basketball at MSU Billings, the campus here in Billings, Montana, in a battle of Yellow Jackets. Black Hills State Yellow Jackets come in 3-1. MSU Billings, the home team Yellow Jackets, are 4-0. So this one should be fun, should be an up and down game. Yellow Jackets here in the hometown like to run and gun. They've got a fine young team. They took 3 on the road in Hawaii in consecutive days and then picked up their first regular season home win of the year just a few days ago on Saturday. That was they nearly doubled up Minot State. 78-44 was that final. Black Hills State, meantime, doing a nice job this season as well. Like I mentioned, they are 3-1 this early season. They've got the common opponent in Minot State. Black Hills only beat Minot by 11 last week. The Yellow Jackets again beat them by 34. So we'll see what gives tonight here at Alterowitz Gymnasium. A lot of the students have gone home for the Thanksgiving holiday. Still a pretty good crowd considering. As starters are now announced for the hometown Yellow Jackets. You're looking at the leading scorers right now. Carrie Ann Conco leads MSU Billings with 14 a game through 4 games. Not far behind, Deani Boyce with 11.5 points. Those are the only 2 scoring double-digit leaders for MSU Billings. And the other way, look out for Danica Koser. She's averaging 16 a game this early season. Morgan Engesser right behind with 11.5, almost 12 points a game there. So each team with 2 players this season averaging double figures in the scoring column. Yellow Jackets hanging their hat on defense. In fact, the third quarter of that game on Saturday against Minot State, Yellow Jackets only held them to 4 points in that third quarter. So we'll see how they do tonight. They come out, Yellow Jackets open them against Minot State, trailing by 5 quickly right out of the gates. Head coach Kevin Wooden, now in his 18th year, would love to see a much faster start, a much more defensive start from his Yellow Jackets. Black Hills State out of Spearfish, South Dakota. Beautiful area, beautiful campus. As we get set to tip it off, Black Hills State Yellow Jackets in the dark green and gold. They'll control the opening tip, and here we go. Underway on a Tuesday night in a battle of Yellow Jackets. Courtney Nelson defending there. She's one of the better defenders. In fact, maybe the best defender for MSU Billings, according to head coach Kevin Wooden. She took 35 charges last season. But it's an early quick start and an early lead. Haley Weathersby scores for Black Hills State and a quick 2-0 lead. Back the other way, Aspen Giese finds Courtney Nelson up top. looking to get the ball inside. Well defended by Black Hills State. Giese, wide open, Carrie Ann Kunkel. She's the leading scorer for MSU Billings and opens it with a 3. Well, they're going to call it a long 2. Back the other way. Koser with it up top, defended by Nelson. Koser thinks about it. Back outside, 12 on the shot clock. They go inside. Morgan Hammerbeck up and off the glass, no good. Defended by Deani Boyce, who pulls down the rebound. Yellow Jackets with a chance to take their first lead of the game. I'll say Yellow Jackets all night, and I'll apologize for it right now. Both teams are the Yellow Jackets, so. And that one's tipped away. It'll stay with MSU Billings in white with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. I mentioned Kevin Wooden, now in his 18th season as head coach at MSU Billings. Had a terrific high school coaching career prior to that at Billings West, won a couple of state championships. And boy, he hangs his hat on recruiting and graduating Montana players. Lots of Montana players year after year. In fact, they had the highest GPA in the league last season. That was the 5th time that's happened in 14 years. As we get back to game action, underneath, Shayla Montague with a nice bounce pass from Deani Boyce, and there it is. MSUB's first lead of the game at 4-2. Koser with it now, screen set. Back outside to Weathersby. Nikki Van Wyk driving now, defended by Aspen Giese. Turnaround jump shot's good for Van Wyk. MSU Billings now on the move. Shayla Montague back up to Courtney Nelson as the Yellow Jackets will set it up the offensive way, half court, and Deani Boyce wide open underneath. Another easy layup for MSUB, taking advantage of scoring quickly on the inside. Koser, double team there, outside to Morgan Hammerbeck, back to Koser. Nowhere to go, they'll dump it inside, ball stripped away, picked up by Giese. Check it, Deani Boyce with the basketball, outlet to Giese. Here come the Jackets looking inside again off the hands of Carrie Ann Kunkel, so that's a turnover for MSU Billings. Black Hills State, coached by Mark Norrie. Hope Bonlander is the assistant coach. Nate Brown, the grad assistant. 6-4, MSU Billings in the early going here. Deani Boyce defending now. Shayla Montague on the defense. Nice spin move there. Won't fall for Weathersby. Will take it the other way. Quick outlet as the Yellow Jackets like to run. Deani Boyce passed on the open 3. They'll set it up top with Carrie Ann Kunkel. Boyce thought about it again. Giese. Courtney Nelson calling for it inside. Wasn't there. Skip pass to Kunkel. 10 now on the shot clock. Aspen Giese inside. And they'll call a block. Giese will go to the free throw line for 2. Block call is going to be on Morgan Hammerbeck, her first of the game. Quick substitution. Ellie Moore now in. She'll give Haley Weathersby a rest. Kevin Wooden will send a pair of players here in. Natalie Andreas giving Boyce a quick rest. Chloe Williams set to come in for the shooter, Aspen Giese. First free throw up and good. 7-4, MSU Billings, approaching the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Giese's second shot, got it. Here comes Williams as Giese will get a quick breather. And we'll see what Black Hills State does now. Trailing by 3, penetrating. Outside shot for the tie. Morgan Engesser knocks it down. We're knotted. Actually, it's 8-7. Black Hills State back within a point. And they'll apply some pressure defense here at midcourt. Nelson defended, driving, lefty. lays it up and off the glass. Somehow that falls. It seemed like she was outside the glass on that baseline, but got it to go. It's back to a 3-point lead for MSU Billings. Other way, ball tipped away. They'll say it was off of Black Hills State. Last touched by Nikki Van Wyk.
Aspen Giese in for the Jackets.
Giese quickly back in for the Yellow Jackets as Shayla Montague sits down for a rest. 10-7 MSU Billings. Approaching 5.5 left here in the first quarter. Giese, crossover. Outside to Nelson. Andreas. Chloe Williams can hit the three, and she got it. 13-7 MSU Billings. Out to the quick start Kevin Wooden and company were hoping for. His assistant Alicia Breen, of course, out of Shoto, was an All-American player for Kevin. Helped lead them to the Elite Eight just a few years ago. Inside spin move for Black Hills State. Too strong off the back of the rim. That was more off the mark. Stays, though, with Black Hills. Scrappy underneath. Pretty layup effort there, and that's good by Van Wyk. Really, that's just a hustle possession for Minot State there. Earns them 2 points. Lead trimmed to 4. Conkle inside, they're going to say she traveled. Basket's no good. That'll take us to our first media timeout. 13-9, MSU Billings with 4:41 left here in the first quarter.
Athletics encourages you to activate Amazon Smile on your mobile device or your web browser. You shop and Amazon gives. MSU B receives a donation from every eligible purchase you make. The same great Amazon you love in a simple way to benefit MSU B with no extra effort from you. Click the ad on MSUBSports.com for more information and instructions on activating Amazon Smile on your account today.
Welcome back out of the media timeout. MSU Billings with a 4-point lead. Black Hills State with the basketball, trailing 13-9. Black Hills, nowhere to go. Outside to Calla Bertram. She's hard off the back rim. Rebound, Deani Boyce. Here come the Yellow Jackets, and they like to run this early season. They're averaging 75, 76 a game. That ball's poked away. Black Hills now on the move. Inside out game there. 3-pointer, Nikki Van Wyk off mark. Rebounded by Elisa Capley. Possession stays with Black Hills State. We're going to call a travel there on Capley. Turnover to the Yellow Jackets of MSUB. Again, if you're just joining us, both teams are the Yellow Jackets. Black Hills State comes in with a 3-1 mark. MSUB 4-0. 3 of those wins out in Hawaii about a week and a half ago. And the other coming just on Saturday against Minot State. That was convincing. They led by as many as 40 points, did MSUB in that game. Went on to win by 34. Nelson pressured up top. Driving. Double team down low. Looks for anything at all. Throws it up. It's corralled by Boyce, and she'll get the foul call. That puts Deani Boyce at the free throw line. She's one of the leading scorers for MSU Billings this early season. Boyce is averaging 11. Carrie Ann Kunkel 14 through 4 games. First free throw, up and good. Interesting fact here, the Yellow Jackets of MSUB starting 5 Montana high school players, 3 Class C, Courtney Nelson and Aspen Giese in the backcourt together. Their moms actually played college basketball together at Williston State College over in North Dakota. So nowhere to go. Good defense inside by Boyce. They are going to call 3 seconds. Another turnover forced by the MSUB Yellow Jackets. Kunkel comes back in now. Natalie Andreas takes a seat. Skylar Patton into the game as well, handling the ball as she approaches midcourt. Coming up on 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. They're going to call an illegal screen there on Carrie Ann Kunkel. Ball to Black Hills State now, trailing by 5. That's Kunkel's first tonight. Black Hills State with 2 team fouls. MSU Billings just 1 in the early going. Tyler Whitlock drives. No good, but she's fouled. She'll send it ahead. That'll send her to the free throw line for a quick pair. Foul whistled on Aspen Giese, her first of the game. First free throw, no good. She'll get the second. There it is. 1 of 2 for Tyler Whitlock. Cuts the lead back to 4 for MSU Billings. 14-10. Loose ball on the floor. Scramble for it now. Bodies flying. Giese comes up with it. Now to Skylar Patton. Inside out. Courtney Nelson was open for a moment. Crossover. Back outside to Patton. No good. Rebounded by Black Hills State. Ripped away, though, by Carrie Ann Kunkel. And possession will stay with MSU Billings. Kunkel with it. Driving. And they're going to call her for a charge. So that'll be back-to-back fouls on Carrie Ann Kunkel on back-to-back possessions. MSUB's leading scorer with 16 a game. Now with 2 quick fouls here in the first quarter. So Kevin Wooden will set her down. 2 more substitutions in now for Black Hills State. Weathersby back in along with Hammerbeck. Four-point game. MSU Billings with the lead, 14-10. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Hammerbeck spins and shoots from just inside the free throw line. Lead suddenly cut to 2. Patton, open for a moment, finds Giese into traffic. Nearly stripped away. She gets it to Courtney Nelson in the lane. That looks like it's tied up, and they do. They call it a jump ball. Possession will stay with MSU Billings. 14-12, MSUB at home. Again, they're 4-0 this season. 3 wins out in Hawaii, 1 over Minot State. That's the common opponent between these two. Minot State this early season. Black Hills State beat them by 11 less than a week ago. MSU Billings beat them by 34. Aspen Giese driving, pretty pass inside to Nelson. Blocked out of bounds, but they're going to whistle the foul call there. That'll be on Bertrand. Her first, and Nelson to the line for 2 free throws. Natalie Andreas set to come back into the ball game. Looks like she'll check in for the shooter, Nelson, who gets another. Up and crawls around the rim, falls off. Rebound though, Deani Boyce goes to the ground, and they're going to call another foul. That'll send Boyce, I believe, to the free throw line. Nope, 14 fouls for Black Hills State, so it'll be a side out. Patton comes out, Natalie Andreas into the ball game. Deani Boyce will inbound. Shot clock resets to 20 seconds as we approach the minute 30 mark. There's a foul. Whoa, they say she stepped out of bounds. Courtney Nelson looked like she was nudged by Summer Fox, but it wasn't seen that way by the officials. 15-12, MSUB with the lead. Minute 36 left here in the first quarter. Screen now for Fox, driving to the basket, nowhere to go. Outside to Hammerbeck. Finds Koser, and the offensive foul called there. So the officials keeping a tight ball game here. 5 fouls now on Black Hill State, 3 for the Yellow Jackets, but several offensive fouls both ways. Here comes Nelson approaching midcourt. Minute 15 left in the opening quarter. Andreas swings it around outside to Giese. Gianni Boyce freed up for an outside shot, passes, drives instead, up off the glass and off the front rim. Nelson trying to get a hold of it and tips it out of bounds. Possession to Black Hill State. Summer Fox brings it up court. She'll be defended by Giese. Hammerbeck with it, back to Fox, pump fake, driving, Giese on her. Basket's good, nice lefty layup by Fox. It's a 1-point game. MSU Billings in front, 15-14. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Andreas. Courtney Nelson has a lane. Lefty layup is good. Lead back to 3 for MSU Billings. Black Hill State can hold for the last shot should they choose of this first quarter. Shot clock's off. We're under 15 seconds. Couple of screens either way for Fox, who pulls the ball up. Outside, in, now. Spin move, Weathersby. Another offensive foul called with 1/10 of a second left. So I don't know how many offensive calls between the two teams. I want to say at least 5. Yellow Jackets won't have enough time to get a shot off here, the MSUB Yellow Jackets. They're going to add a little bit of time, 0.4. So that would allow just enough for a catch and shoot. That's the number, 0.4, to be able to catch and release. They won't even attempt it from under their own basket. Giese smiles, bounces it away, and at the end of one quarter, it's MSU Billings at home, 17, Black Hill State, 14. As we take a quick timeout.
Today, you can receive 2 personalized reserve section tickets, a game day program at each home event, invitations to special club events, and so much more. Contact the Yellow Jacket Athletics office today to join the club.
All right, as we come out of the first quarter break, entering the second, 3-point lead for MSU Billings, 17-14. Nikki Van Wyk with 4 points for Black Hill State. Courtney Nelson leading MSUB with 5 at this early point. Pass inside, just out of the reach of, I believe, Hammerbeck. That's another turnover for Black Hill State. We'll take it the other way. Some full court pressure. Nelson brings it up. Courtney Nelson can score, but I'll tell you what, she's one of the better defensive players for MSU Billings as well. I mentioned it earlier, took 35 charges last season. Boyce spins it around to Andreas, turnaround jump shot, that's good. Natalie Andreas, MSUB, back to its largest lead of the game, 19-14. Koser with it, she's the leading scorer for Black Hill State. Engesser driving to the basket, defended by Andreas. Great shot off the rim, just won't crawl in. Rebound though, in possession, back to Black Hill State. 3-ball up and in, they'll take that every time. Megan Engesser draws Black Hills State to within 19-17. Boyce, free throw line, nowhere to go. Looking for any sort of help. They look for Montague, and that's poked away. Here comes Black Hills State. Danica Koser, defended by Giese. Got the three, off the screen, in and out, rebound, Andreas. Here come the MSUB Yellow Jackets. It's a 3-on-3, Giese pulls up from just inside three, no good. Rebound, Hammerback. 2-point lead for MSU Billings, approaching the 8-minute mark here of the first half. Oh, nice crossover there. Layup, though, won't fall for Van Wyk. Rebounded Boyce, who slows it down and hands off to Giese. MSU Billings up by 2. 8 minutes left in the first half. Giese, Boyce, long three off the front rim. Andreas battling for it down low. No, it's Danica Koser coming away with it. Black Hills State with a shot at the tie or even take the lead here. Koser. They'll dump it inside to Weathersby. Tough to stop, front rim, no good. Rebound Andreas and a foul called. First foul on either team in this second quarter. Called on Engesser.
Corey Williams, Skyler Patton, and Carrie Ann Kunkel for the Giants.
Yellow Jackets for MSUB sub Chloe Williams and Carrie Ann Kunkel back into the game. Kunkel, the key story right now, though, picked up 2 quick fouls in that first quarter. Had to sit down, and she's your leading scorer for Montana State Billings this early season. 16 a game. Skyler Patton now. Finds Giese, catch and shoot, 3, nothing. Back the other way comes Black Hills State. Engesser to Hammerbeck for 3, no good there. Rebound Kunkel. Here comes Patton in transition. 2-point lead for MSU Billings. We're at the 7-minute mark before halftime. Kunkel to Giese. Chloe Williams can hit the 3, thought about it. And they'll back it out to Skyler Patton. 10 now on the shot clock as she's double teamed. Tapped away and out of bounds. No, it's saved in bounds. Great effort there by Van Wyk. Stripped for a moment, and they're going to call a travel. But that ball was stripped away. He didn't have a very good angle of it, I don't think, and they whistle her for a travel. So another offensive turnover there for Black Hills State. MSUB to inbound now, leading 19-17. Their largest of the game was 5 points. Boyce with it, driving, knifing in. And that basket falls for a 3-point MSUB lead. Under 6.5 left now. Driving with a full head of steam. Quick foul called there on Patton. Summer Fox looking for the layup. Great take to the basket there. She'll go to the free throw line for a pair. That's Patton's first foul. Courtney Nelson comes back in. Patton will sit, as will Giese. Well, looks like Patton stays out of the court. Giese to sit. So Summer Fox at the free throw line, trailing by 4, make it 3. Each team with just 1 team foul this early second quarter. Second shot up, off the back rim, rebounded, scrap for it. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Courtney Nelson.
Number 14, Courtney Nelson.
It is. Second team foul, so no free throws there. Engesser to inbound now. Boyce now with it. She goes lefty drive. That ball is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets, but terrific defense by Alessa Capley.
For 33, Tyler Whitlock for Black Hills.
Again, if I continue to say Yellow Jackets, my apologies. We've got both teams. Mascots are the Yellow Jackets. Black Hills State tonight at Alterowitz Gym against MSU Billings. MSUB 4-0 this season. Patton now, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Courtney Nelson cannot get it off, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Terrific defense by Black Hills State there, forcing the turnover. Ellie Moore inbounding. Here comes Fox. Trailing by 3, Black Hills State with the basketball. Penetration, Nelson goes down. Are they going to call her for the block? It looks like they will. Three new subs now for MSU Billings. Shayla Montague, Aspen Giese, and Natalie Andreas all into the ball game. 3 team fouls for MSU Billings, 1 for Black Hills State this second quarter. Inbound, 3-point ball, left wide open, off the mark, rebound. Nicely done. Great effort there by Ellie Moore, but she stepped on the line, so possession will go to MSU Billings. Home team leading by 3, 21-18, 5:11 left to play here before halftime. Nelson handles it, pressured. Again, just terrific defense. Summer Fox came to play tonight. There's some discussion down there as to who that ball was out of bounds deflected by. They'll call it MSU Billings basketball. 5:03 to play, 21-18 MSUB. Giese looking for an inbound, got it to Shayla Montague. Chloe Williams can't handle it. Save attempt by Giese, who sails out the door. Ball off her fingers. Possession will go to Black Hills State, and we've got our media timeout here in the second quarter. 21-18, MSU Billings over Black Hills State. We're back in a moment.
To keep up on the latest games, see behind-the-scenes content, and learn about events happening in Yellow Jacket Athletics. Check MSUBsports.com for a full schedule of all the upcoming events for the 2022-23 season. And don't forget that you can watch all the Yellow Jacket home games this season live by visiting MSUBsports.com and clicking the Watch Live links.
Welcome back from the media timeout. MSU Billings at home in white, leading Black Hills State 21-18 in a battle of Yellow Jackets. Black Hills State just 7 of 19 shooting. MSU Billings 8 of 14 to this point. Black Hills now with an opportunity to draw to within 1 or tie. They'll work it around the horn, back up top. Penetration now, Courtney Nelson defending. Nice job there, back outside, shot clock down to 12. Summer Fox spins inside, flips it up off the backboard and the rim. Brought down by Andreas. Fox comes away with it. There's still a scramble for it. Let's see what they say. Foul or jump ball? They're going to call the foul on Fox. Foul on Summer Fox. Basketball goes to MSU Billings. A lot of hustle from both teams there under the basket and have been all night. Kunkel, MSUB's leading scorer, back into the ball game now. Been a couple of minutes since anybody scored a point. Shayla Montague now, Black Hills, threatening the full court press, then backs out of it. Aspen Giese in a battle of fives at midcourt, and they're going to call the foul on Calla Bertram. Bertram with her second foul. 22 seconds to shoot for MSU Billings. Nelson handles it to Montague. Kunkel. Nelson battling down low, calls for it. runs into a brick wall, stepped on the line. Deani Boyce out of bounds. Basketball to Black Hills State. 4:07 left here before halftime, 21-18, MSU Billings. Ball launched there, rebounded by Carrie Ann Kunkel, and will go the other way to MSU Billings. If you're wondering about turnovers, 10 for Black Hills State, 12 for MSUB in this first half. Kunkel left alone, spins inside, triple teamed, and they call her for the travel. Good defense there from Black Hills State. Up court, Hammerbeck back outside. They'll swing it around the horn. Engesser finds Ellie Moore, defended by Montague. Nicely stolen away there for a moment by Courtney Nelson, then off her fingertips and out of bounds. Possession stays with Black Hills State. 12 seconds to shoot here with 3:25 left in the first half. Inbound into the backcourt. Hammerbeck with it now. Inside. Capley spins and scores. Back to a one-point game. MSU Billings up 21-20 over Black Hills State. Coming up on a 3-minute mark here in the first half. Shayla Montague. Deani Boyce inside to Carrie Ann Kunkel, who's been quiet tonight. Boyce now with it, penetrating, layup, off the rim, rebounded, Hammerbeck. Black Hills State now with the crack at the lead, trailing 21-20. Ellie Moore with it, defended by Shayla Montague. Moore, nice pass, underneath layup, good for the lead. It's Celestia Capley. Black Hills State now on top, 22-21 with 2.5 to play here in the opening half. Terrific contest to this point. No team leading by more than 5 at any point. Giese outside Deani Boyce jacks it up. That's off the mark. Giese comes away with it. She controls it up top. Then to Carrie Ann Kunkel. Yellow Jackets reset their offense. Approaching 10 left on the shot clock. Courtney Nelson finds a way to score inside. Lead back to MSU Billings, 23-22. Punch, counter punch, all of a sudden here at Altero's Gymnasium on a Tuesday night. Hammerbeck thought about it, pump fake. Ball back inside. Capley spinning. Off the rim, rebounded by Boyce. Here comes MSU Billings. Leading 23-22, minute 39 left in the first half. Kevin Wooden calling the play from midcourt. Yellow Jackets set it up. Boyce and Montague a little too tight together there. Boyce comes away with it. Nelson wants it again, ripped away. Still a scramble for the basketball and a foul called. I believe they're going to get Aspen Giese, and they do. Oh, they say it's on Deani Boyce. Deani Boyce with her first foul of the ball game. MSUB with 14 fouls, so the next one means Black Hills State will shoot free throws. Black Hills only with 3 team fouls to this point, and another shot to take the lead, trailing 23-22. Hammerbeck back across court to Engesser. Pretty bounce pass, but it's tipped away, and another whistle. Looks like the ball stays here, and that should be free throws. Fouls on Boyce. She picks up 2 quick ones in the span of about 30 seconds. First free throw up and in and out for Koser. Koser is Black Hills' leading scorer this season, averaging 16 a game. Engesser right behind her with nearly 12, but both free throws off the mark for Koser, so Yellow Jackets of MSUB cling to the 1-point lead, under a minute to play before halftime. Giese inside to Andreas, outside to Montague who can hit that, and she does. Big basket for MSU Billings as we're approaching halftime. 26-22 MSUB in white over Black Hills State. Moore with it, deciding what to do, defended by Montague, and now Andreas over to help. Backs away, deflected. Boys scramble for the ball. Looks like it could be a jump. What are the officials going to say? Yes. Jump ball, possession to MSU Billings. Terrific defense there by a swarming Yellow Jacket defense for MSUB. 27 seconds left, 27.9 to be exact in the first half, so shot clock's turned off. Yellow Jackets of MSUB can play for the last shot against the Yellow Jackets of Black Hills State. Skylar Patton takes her time with it. Finds Andreas. Defended by Hammerbeck. Now over to Giese. 10 seconds left. Williams fires from the free throw line. Rebounded by Montague. Turns off the glass. No good. Giese, no. Hammerbeck comes away with it. 2-1. Time expiring. Good if it goes. Off the mark. On target, but off the mark for Danica Koser. So there it is at halftime. MSU Billings 26, Black Hills State 22 in a battle of Yellow Jackets on a Tuesday night, Thanksgiving week, at Alterowitz Gymnasium here in Billings. Welcome back, everybody, to Alterowitz Gymnasium on the campus of MSU Billings. MSU B Yellow Jackets lead Black Hills State 26-22 at halftime. Really a tightly contested affair, and dead even when you look at some of the statistics. 34 possessions apiece. The big story here has been turnovers. So we take a look at 9 fouls for Black Hills State, 8 personal fouls for MSUB. But the turnovers for both teams have just been a little surprising. We have 16, 15 for MSU Billings, 12 turnovers for Black Hills State. So we'll see if either team cleans that up in the second half. 4-point game here, and again, their only common opponent is Minot State. They both played Minot State within the last week. Black Hills State beat the Beavers by 11. 61-50, and MSU Billings led Minot by as many as 40. Went on to win by 34, improving to 4-0 this season. So that's the story for MSU Billings. Black Hills State, a good team. 3-1 this year. Just one loss on their schedule. As we get set for the second half, again, a pair of Yellow Jacket teams. Head-to-head here. The opening possession of the second half will go to Black Hills State. Leading scorers in that first half, Megan Engesser for Black Hills. Nikki Van Wyk had 4. Engesser had 6. Capley also had 4. Other way, 3 apiece for Deani Boyce and Chloe Williams. Courtney Nelson leads everybody at the break with 7 points for MSUB. So the ball's tied up there. They'll call it jump ball possession to MSUB, so there's another turnover for Black Hills State. Black Hills in a full court press here. Mild press. Aspen Giese walks it up court. Shayla Montague, Carrie Ann Kunkel calling for it inside. Kunkel's been quiet, she's their leading scorer. Deani Boyce driving in traffic, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Boyce, and they're going to call a foul on Haley Weathersby. That's Weathersby's second foul tonight. Inbound to the Yellow Jackets of MSUB. Giese had an open look for 3. Pulls up from the elbow instead. Hits an elbow jump shot. MSU Billings now with its largest lead of the game at 6, 28-22. Black Hills trying to cut into it. Driving to the basket, pretty shot there and finish. As Black Hills cuts it back to a 4-point game. Nelson with it to Deani Boyce. Kunkel now outside. Shot clock approaching 10 seconds. Giese back to Boyce. Doubled up. Ball knocked away. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Deflected again there. And a terrific defensive possession for Black Hills State as Engesser got a piece of that ball. Terrific defense by both squads thus far in a 28-24 basketball game. MSU Billings averaging 76 this early season through 4 games, so well below their average at the moment. As Black Hills once again tries to cut into a 4-point deficit. Hammerbeck swings it around. Van Wyk, whistle, and a foul call. That'll be on Aspen Giese, her second tonight. First team foul for the Yellow Jackets of MSUB. Yellow Jackets of Black Hills State with possession. 16 on the shot clock and winding. Koser inside to Weathersby, stripped away. Kunkel comes away with it. Holds up, finds Aspen Giese, and the Yellow Jackets will set up in their half-court offense. Again, the Yellow Jackets, both Yellow Jacket teams. MSU Billings in white with a 4-point lead. Giese's had the hot hand. Courtney Nelson winds up with it, 3-pointer, off the mark. Shayla Montague chases it down but can't get there. Black Hills State will inbound from underneath.
Number 24, Alicia Kaplan.
Capley in now for Weathersby on the Black Hills State side. Approaching 7.5 minutes left here in the third quarter at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Kevin Wooden leading MSUB now in his 18th season. Looking for a 5-0 start. Dribble drive, lefty, defended by Boyce, but they'll call her for the foul. And that'll send Capley to the free throw line. Second team foul on MSU Billings, just one on Black Hills State. Natalie Andreas checks in. Boyce will take a quick rest. Capley with a chance to cut this to a 2-point ball game. Got it. 28-25, MSU Billings. Largest lead of the game was early for Black Hills State. They took a 2-zip lead straight out of the gates. MSUB's largest lead, 6 just a few moments ago. Now it's back down to 2 as Nelson crosses half court. Nelson handling. Inside, Carrie Ann Kunkel, nice job of keeping her balance, finds Natalie Andreas. Rebound though to Hammerbeck. Here comes Black Hills State. Outside jump shot, Engesser off the mark, gets her own rebound. Along the baseline, they're going to call her for a charge. Engesser with great hustle there. But the charge sends it the other way. So Andreas will inbound here. Caitlin Grossman actually in for Andreas. Grossman, the freshman from Billings West High School, with her first action tonight. Haven't mentioned it, but MSUB out 2 senior starters, 2 senior leaders for this club are injured. Danny Zahn, Taryn Shelley. Shelley, a 7th-year senior. Yellow Jackets hoping to have both back just around the Christmas break as Montague fires a 3. That's off the front rim and collected by Hammerbeck. Back the other way we go. Black Hills State on the run. Fox with a nice bounce pass. Back to her. Hammerbeck outside. Shot. Capley, no good. Fight for it inside. Nelson comes down with it. She'll call out the play as the Jackets set up their half-court offense for MSUB. Montague really wanting the ball. Back to Giese, now Kunkel down inside, calling for it. MSU Billings trying to run its record to 5-0 this season. There's a whistle, looks like it'll be called on number 10, Summer Fox. That'll be the 3rd team foul for Black Hills State, so no free throws. Each team now making substitutions. 5 minutes, 41 seconds left here in the third quarter at Alterowitz Gymnasium on a Tuesday night, and that'll be the media timeout. So they'll take a quick break with MSU Billings leading 28-26 over Black Hills State. From the media timeout at MSU Billings. Home team in white with the lead, 28-26. 5 minutes, 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Good basketball game tonight. Low scoring, lots of defense, all sorts of turnovers. Both teams in double digits with turnovers tonight. Nelson with it outside. Chloe Williams into the game. Kunkel fouled on the floor. That one will go against number 12, Ellie Moore. It's the fourth team foul on Black Hills State, so the next one, Yellow Jackets will be shooting, and we're not even halfway through the third quarter. Giese finds a little bit of air, back out to Williams. To Kunkel, spin move, baseline, short. In comes Giese, darting in from nowhere. Williams now with the basketball. Ooh, into the lane, and there'll be a whistle. Block call. Williams will go to the free throw line. That foul on Capley.
Aspen Giese is the line shooting two. I'm sorry, Corey Williams is the line shooting two.
As you look at this season for the Yellow Jackets to this point, 4-0, and I mentioned the leading scorers right now are Carrie Ann Kunkel with 14 points through 4 games, 11.5 for Deani Boyce. Williams is only averaging 5 points a game, but she is a key cog in this offense and defensively as she hits them both. Lead back to 4 for MSU Billings. Just approaching the halfway mark of this third quarter. Black Hills State trying to cut into a 4-point deficit. Williams, mentioned her a moment ago. Here she comes off the deflection. Stops, pops, off the glass. Williams has 4 quick points for MSU Billings. Lead back to 6, their largest of the game tonight. Quick hands by Williams. Giese now on defense. Shot looked like her toe was on the line, won't matter. Rebound to Caitlin Grossman. Nelson across half court. We are under 5 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Yellow Jackets starting to find a bit of a rhythm for MSUB. Again, both team names of the Yellow Jackets. That one deflected away. Nelson just inside the elbow, no good. Fight for it along the baseline. Williams comes up with it. Back to Nelson, back to Williams. Air ball. Deflected out of bounds. They'll say it stays with MSUB. And now they'll take the media timeout. Thought that first one was officially supposed to be the media timeout, but they'll call this one the media. So here we go. 4:21 left. MSUB up 32-26. Largest lead of the game for the hometown Yellow Jackets. And as you look at Chloe Williams, with some instant energy offensively and defensively, the sophomore standout had a great career at Central Valley High School in Spokane, Washington. She was on very successful high school teams there. Speed and, of course, length are critical keys to her game. So they look for her to be a top defender for Kevin Wooden this season. He says she provides instant energy off the bench, and we just saw a taste of it. Her dad's actually from Highwood, Montana, up there on the High Line. Was recently inducted to the High School Hall of Fame. Mom is from Brooklyn, New York. So parents from Montana and New York. Chloe Williams. Leading scorers in this game to this point, Courtney Nelson still leading everybody with 7 points. Megan Engesser with 6. Montague also has 7, as does Deani Boyce, so evenly scored for the Yellow Jackets of MSUB. Capley has 6, as I mentioned, and Nikki Van White 4 points for Black Hills State. 31 combined turnovers in this game. MSU Billings with 16, 15 for Black Hills State. Quick inbound, nice play, drawn up. Kunkel can't get it to fall. Rebound to Black Hills State. Here comes BSU. Trying to cut into a 6-point deficit. That's the largest lead of the game for MSU Billings. Nowhere to go in the lane. Handoff, deflected by Williams. Just talked about her defense. Shot clock at 10. Arcing three-pointer is good. That's Calla Bertram cutting the lead in half. 32-29 MSU Billings. Big shot there for Black Hills State. Bertram with the offense. Kunkel now with it. To Nelson inside. Williams. Giese three, answered. Lead back to 6 for MSU Billings, 35-29 with 3.5 to play here in the third quarter. Deani Boyce getting ready to sub back in, one of the Yellow Jackets' leading scorers for the hometown Yellow Jackets, MSUB. Nice defense again by Williams inside as she rejects Tyler Whitlock. Williams, terrific third quarter here, doing it all for MSU Billings. Shayla Montague can hit that off the rim, rebounded and corralled by Ellie Moore. Here comes Bertram with it, now back outside. Long three-point attempt, that one's good for Nikki Van Wyk. It's a three-point game once again, 35-32 as both offenses start to heat up a little bit in this third quarter. MSU Billings with the three-point lead, that one deflected. Kunkel keeps it to the possession of MSUB. Nelson battling inside, calling for it. Giese at the elbow finds Williams cutting to the basket. How about Chloe Williams? 6 points in the quarter for the Yellow Jackets of MSUB, and a couple of blocks and a forced turnover. Told you in the break, Kevin Wooden says she is instant offense and defense, and boy has she shown it here in the third. Williams defending right now. Whitlock will back it out. They'll switch it. Kunkel on her. Now Nelson defending. Shot clock at 6, down to 5, 4. Black Hill State must get the shot off. Gets it off, and at the buzzer, no good for Bertram. Rebound, Aspen Giese. Yellow Jackets will set it up for MSUB on offense in the half court. 1:45 left here, third quarter on a Tuesday night at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Tried to look inside for Carrie Ann Kunkel. That one picked off by Black Hill State, and Black Hill State Yellow Jackets will take a timeout. Ellie Moore with the steal there. We've got 1:36 left here in the third quarter. MSU Billings 37, Black Hill State 32. Turnovers now, MSUB with 17, 15 for Black Hill State officially. Again, I mentioned a very even ball game. The score dictates that. That'll tell you right there. But bench points, Black Hill's outscoring MSUB 13-11 there. Chloe Williams suddenly with 9 points in this game, 6 of those here in the third quarter. Aspen Giese and Courtney Nelson also with 9 for MSU Billings. They lead everybody. Black Hill State has a trio with 7, Engesser, Capley, and Van Wyk. 5-point lead for MSU Billings. Black Hill State, though, with the ball, eager to cut into it. They'll swing it around outside. Bertram back up top. Long ball, jump shot, good. Big shot for Nikki Van Wyk. Lead cut to 2 for MSU Billings. Skylar Patton now into the basketball game. She handles the ball near midcourt. Screen set by Deani Boyce, opens a lane for Patton, who kicks it back outside. Giese from NBA range off the mark, rebounded by Natalie Andreas, who throws it off the glass, and Black Hill State takes control. Under a minute to play now, third quarter. Black Hill State down by 2. Patton fights her way in. There's a foul call. I believe it'll be on Patton, and they'll keep it here.
Fouls number 2, Skylar.
5 team fouls now on Black Hill State, 3 for the Yellow Jackets in this quarter. Black Hills with 54 seconds left in the third, trailing by 2. Danica Koser's been quiet tonight. She's their leading scorer for Black Hill State. Aspen Giese rebound. There's Williams again. No surprise. Can't get it to go. Trickles off the rim, but Deani Boyce cleans it up. Yellow Jackets back to a 4-point lead for MSUB, 39-35. 30 seconds left, third quarter. Potts driving inside. Pouts can't get it to go. She's called for a travel, so another turnover there for Black Hill State. And with 21.7 left here in the third quarter, MSUB can play for the final shot. Full court press. Patton, guarded by Van Wyk. MSUB will set it up. Boyce approaching a high screen there for Patton. Give and go. Slow to develop. Andreas, nowhere to go down in the corner, just throws it up, and it's off the mark. Williams in there with the handle on it, but Andreas knew the shot clock was ticking down, had to fire something, did it, missed. 39-35, MSU Billings in a tight one as we enter the fourth quarter when we come back.
It starts off with the MSU men taking on the University of Providence on the 7th, then the women take on Rocky on the 8th. Finish off the week, a doubleheader on the 10th where your Yellow Jacket women face MSU Northern and the men square up against Rocky. Visit MSUBsports.com for game times and tickets.
Welcome back to Alterowitz Gymnasium as we enter the fourth quarter in a tightly contested game between MSUB and Black Hills State. MSUB leads it 39-35. They've combined for 33 turnovers between the two teams. Hammerbeck with it now for Black Hills State as they control the opening possession of this fourth quarter, I should say. Spinning shot off the mark there. Koser can't get it to fall. Again, she's had a tough night. She's their leading scorer for Black Hills State. Patton backs it out for MSU Billings. Patton with it now. Underneath. And they say she stepped on the line. Out of bounds, Skylar Patton. So another turnover for MSU Billings. That's 18 tonight. 18 turnovers. And for a team that averages 76 points a game this early season, off to a 4-0 start, Yellow Jackets have been held in check. MSUB with only 39. Long ball there, no good. Rebounded by Williams. And she dragged her foot. Called for the travel. Possession back to Black Hills State. Williams will get a quick break. Shayla Montague, Courtney Nelson, and Carrie Ann Kunkel all back in for MSUB. Home team in white clings to a 4-point lead. Defensive battle tonight, both ways. Inside pass, corralled, poked away by Nelson. Tipped out of bounds as she flies it toward the seats. They'll say the ball stays with Black Hills State. 9:01 left here in the third quarter. Check at the fourth. 9:01 left in the game. Black Hills State trailing by 4. Inbound. Hammerbeck with it. Defended by Kunkel. Driving. Kunkel. Inside. Hammerbeck again against Kunkel. That one crawls over the rim. Back to a 2-point game. Black Hills State trailing 39-37. It's punch, counter punch tonight in a battle of Yellow Jacket teams. Giese with it. Defended by Engesser. Montague finds Boyce. Kunkel, MSUB's leading scorer. Back out to Deani Boyce, who somehow maintained possession. She drives to the basket, glides in nicely, and with under 10 seconds left, pretty layup for Deani Boyce. Lead back to 4 for MSU Billings. Giese, tight defense. Courtney Nelson defending here. Spinning in the lane. Corkscrews her way in. Great shot for Van Wyk, and it's back to a 2-point game. Full court press here has the Yellow Jackets a little bit flustered for MSUB. Boyce handles it now across midcourt. It's a 3-on-3. She likes what she sees in the lane behind her head. Basket's no good, but she'll get the foul call. 2 free throws ahead for Deani Boyce. They call the foul on Capley.
Summer Fox and Ellie Moore in for Black Hills.
Fox and Moore now subbing in for Black Hills State. That's the 3rd foul call tonight on Capley. First team foul of the quarter for Black Hills State. Boyce, cool at the line, drops the first. MSU Billings up by 3, 7:47 left. Can she bump it to 4 here in a tightly contested game? Neither team's led by more than 6 points, and it was MSUB commanding that lead. Black Hills took an early 2-0 lead in this game, but hasn't led since. Conkle defending inside. Firing to the basket is Capley, who finds a way to score. 2-point ball game, under 7:30 left tonight at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Home team Yellow Jackets without 2 of their starting seniors on the shelf with injury, clinging to the 2-point lead. Conkle fires a 3, off mark, rebounded. Black Hills State, here comes Fox in a 3-on-2. She's tied up by Carrie Ann Conkle underneath the basket, and that'll change possession back to the Yellow Jackets. So terrific effort and defense by Carrie Ann Conkle there, who's been held in check offensively tonight. Conkle comes out of the game. Kevin Wooden trying to keep his players fresh down the stretch here. 7:08 to play, 43-41 MSU Billings. Boyce to Giese. Looking for light, not there. Andreas has it, near baseline in front of MSUB's bench. Montague flashed open for a moment underneath. Andreas didn't see her. Courtney Nelson now, knifing to the basket. Reverse layup is good for Nelson. And the lead back to 4 for MSU Billings. 45-41 as we approach the 6:30 mark left in this game. Nelson now with 11 points, sharing the scoring lead tonight with Chloe Williams for MSUB. Shot clock down to 12. Spin move, defended by Andreas, thrown off the glass, and Capley can't get it to go. Yellow Jackets can regain their largest lead of the game at 6, or improve it to 7 if Andreas can hit. No good at all. Here comes Williams back in. Wooden needs that. Coach Kevin Wooden needs that instant offense and defense. And don't be surprised if we see her throughout these final 6 minutes, 7 seconds. Here comes Black Hills State. Summer Fox on the move up court. They'll swing it around. Engesser has it, has the screen. They switch. Andreas now on her. Fires inside to Fox. Basket counts and the foul. Big play for Black Hills State. Free throw here can cut the deficit to just 1. 5:53 left. Just 1 team foul apiece. 3rd foul though tonight on Giese. That free throw's off the mark, corralled by Andreas. Under 6 minutes. Nelson to Giese, who with 3 fouls. Chloe Williams, nice bounce pass inside to Nelson, fires back out to Giese, 9 on the shot clock. Inside, twisting layup, no good. And here comes Black Hills State with a chance to tie or take the lead. Engesser fakes, fires inside, it's deflected. Held onto by Black Hills State, and then they call it a held ball, I believe. Nope, timeout, quick timeout.
Media timeout.
Heads up play there. And a heads up call by head coach Mark Norrie. So 5:17 left, MSU Billings 45, Black Hills State 43. Don't go anywhere down the stretch of this one. Yellow Jackets, in a battle of Yellow Jackets, taking it to the wire. back out of break. Black Hill State will inbound. Trailing by 2, 45-43. 5:17 left in this game. And again, the story's been defense. MSU Billings averaging 75, 76 a game. Held to just 45 at this point. Spin move is good. We're all tied up after the basket by Koser. She's been quiet tonight, but she's the leading scorer for Black Hills State on this early season. 45 apiece, under the 5-minute mark. Montague, that would be huge, and she gets it in front of the MSU Billings bench. Lead back to 3 for the Yellow Jackets of MSUB. Yellow Jackets of Black Hills State now with it, trying to counter, and that ball's thrown too deep and out of bounds. Another turnover. We talked about it earlier. Turnovers a big story in this game, along with defense. 19 turnovers for MSU Billings, 18 now for Black Hills State. 48-45, MSUB. Approaching the 4.5-minute mark here left on a Tuesday night at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Courtney Nelson, the screen for Montague, defended nicely. Conkle inside with it. More great defense for Black Hills State as they continue to switch. Nelson to the basket, no good. Beautiful save by Hammerbeck, and we go the other way. Black Hills State trailing by 3. And Gesser. Drive to the basket, Williams defending. More nice defense from Chloe Williams, and they say it was last touch off the fingers of Black Hills State, so it goes MSUB's way. Williams gets a rest. Aspen Giese back in. Black Hills State backs out of the full court press. Under 4 minutes to play, a 3-point lead for MSU Billings, trying to run its record to 5-0. Nelson out of bounds, but they say she was forced. Foul called on Penny Ragsdale.
Number 22, Yannick Kosser.
Yellow Jackets of MSUB, another turnover. That's number 20 tonight for MSUB. 3-point lead for the home team Yellow Jackets in white. Visiting Yellow Jackets, looking to cut into it or possibly tie. That shot would tie it. Fox, too long, rebounded by Montague. 3:25 left to play. Cross midcourt, Giese will set up the offense. Aspen Giese. Yanni Boyce now to the basket. That was deflected, but they called a foul on Hammerbeck. Boyce leveled. She'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Foul's number 14, Morgan Hammerbeck.
Just Hammerbeck's second foul tonight. Boyce, MSUB's leading scorer with 11. You can make it 12. She's the second leading scorer on the team this season. Averaging almost 12 a game, and she is in and out there. Fight for it on the ground. Shayla Montague can't come up with it. It's basket's up, and they're going to count it. Danica Kosser. No, they'll say it was on the floor. No, they'll count it now. Timeout, Kevin Wooden and the Yellow Jackets of MSUB trailing for the first time since the first quarter tonight. 2:29 left, 50-49, Black Hills State over MSU Billings. Back in action, 50-49, Black Hill State over the home team MSUB Yellow Jackets. 2:29 left to play in this game, and a free throw coming. Black Hill State up 1. Those Yellow Jackets have only led for 58 seconds tonight prior to that free throw. So now it's a 2-point lead for Black Hill State. Been a tight game all night. Largest lead for MSUB, 6. Largest lead right now for Black Hill State is 2 as Kunkel kicks it outside to Montague. Aspen Giese approaching 10 on the shot clock. Tight defense, suffocating by Black Hill State. Nowhere to go for Giese. She finds Montague. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Off the mark. Giese outstretches but can't get there, and Black Hill State controls it. 1:55 left to play. Road team with a 2-point lead. And they'll burn clock. Hammerbeck with it. Back to Hammerbeck up top. Van Wyk driving. Double team, spins, fires off the glass. Rebound, MSU Billings. Under 1:30 to play now. Game 5 of the season for MSUB. The Jackets are 4-0. Shayla Montague for the lead. No good. Rebounded by Bertram. Black Hill State can burn another 30 now with 1:13 left in this one and a 2-point lead. 3 team fouls on Black Hill State, just 2 on MSU Billings. They'll go inside to Hammerbeck, defended by Montague. Continue to eat clock. Hammerbeck. Shot clock at 4, 3, up and spins it in. Hammerbeck, and a 4-point lead for Black Hill State with 49.8 seconds left. Kevin Wooden wants a timeout. And what do you do here? Black Hill State just grinding this out, holding an MSUB team to just 49 points that's averaging 76 this early season through 4 games. Boy, this would be a terrific win for Black Hill State if they could get out of here. There have been 3 ties tonight, 4 lead changes between the 2 teams. But again, MSU Billings has controlled the lead for over 34.5 minutes. Black Hill State leading for just 2 minutes, 41 seconds. And most of those, the final 2 minutes here just recently. Chloe Williams subs back in for MSUB. She's been the instant offense and defense tonight for this Yellow Jacket team. See what Kevin Wooden's drawn up coming out of the timeout. Time a factor. Deani Boyce inside. Tough shot up and over Hammerhead. Hammerbeck, I should say, and it's a 2-point game. 53-51. Can the Yellow Jackets of MSUB hold tight? Foul on Courtney Nelson. It's not a shooting foul. That'll be an inbounds with 23 seconds left on the shot clock. And now a timeout the other way by Mark Norrie. See what he draws up with 23 seconds left and 36 in the game, holding a 2-point lead. 20 turnovers tonight for MSU Billings, 18 for Black Hills State. Black Hills bench has outscored MSUB 17-11, so a sizable difference there. 7 steals for each team. Points in the paint, Black Hills State 28, MSU Billings 26. Deani Boyce leads everybody right now with 14 points in scoring for MSUB. Nikki Van Wyk, 12 to lead Black Hills State. Inbounded. Summer Fox holds it. Quick whistle there. On Courtney Nelson. And she'll foul out. So Nelson fouls out with 9 points tonight. Skylar Patton back into the game, subbing for her. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. 33 on the game clock. If MSU Billings can find a way to get a stop here, they'll have a chance to tie or win it. They can control for the last possession. That's all pending a stop on this defensive possession. Giese, tough defense, and she's whistled for a foul. 3 quick fouls on MSUB in about the last 10 seconds. And that one will be a shooting foul. 15 foul on MSU Billings, 3 for Black Hills State. Summer Fox at the free throw line. First one up and good. Lead back to 3 for Black Hills State. Second one coming. Off the rim, rebounded though by Bertram. Huge rebound, and the Yellow Jackets will most certainly have to foul here. And there it is. Giese gets a hold of Danica Kosser. So 2 more free throws for Black Hills State with just 22.5 seconds left in this game. Giese fouls out. So Giese and Courtney Nelson, 2 of the guards for this Yellow Jacket basketball team, are done tonight. Carrie Ann Kunkel back into the game. First free throw up and good for Danica. 2 possession game now. Second one up and good. It's a 5-point lead for Black Hills State. 56-51. Yellow Jackets of MSUB, the home team Yellow Jackets, have been stuck on 51 for a while now. Just 22.5 seconds left in this one. We'll see what Kevin Wooden draws up. Coming back. Okay, they'll take it in their own court. Will MSU Billings out of the timeout here, trailing by 5. Time, a big factor now. They've got to get something quick. Quick inbound, Deani Boyce, defended by Hammerbeck, stolen away. Hammerbeck comes up with it. And they're going to take a timeout. Norrie gets a timeout. Mark Norrie for Black Hills State as they corral the basketball underneath. Boyce just lost control of it. It was stripped away by Hammerbeck, and boy, Black Hills State is in terrific position at this point with the basketball and a 5-point lead. Just 16.4 seconds left at Alterowitz Gymnasium. If you look at the scoring by quarters, it's been tight. MSUB led the first, 17-14. And took a 4-point lead into halftime after a 9-8 second quarter. 13 apiece in the third quarter. But here in the fourth, Black Hills State has outscored MSU Billings 21-12. Kosser and Van Wyk each with 12 points. Capley has 8 for Black Hills State. Deani Boyce 14 to lead the Yellow Jackets and everybody tonight. Courtney Nelson 9 points. She's fouled out. Chloe Williams 9 points. Those are the leading scorers for MSUB. Largest lead of the game right now for Black Hills State, 5 points with just 16 seconds left. Black Hills will inbound in front of its own bench. Bertram inbounds, finds Kosser, who is, who's nearly knocked to the ground. She'll go to the line for 2 more free throws, just less than a second ticks off the clock there. But 2 free throws. Got the first. She's been clutch at the free throw line in these final 30 seconds. 57-51, Black Hills State over MSU Billings. Got the second. That makes it a 3-possession game and almost insurmountable for MSU Billings as Patton races past half court. They need points. They need them in a hurry. Step back three. Deani Boyce up and off the rim. No good. Rebound Black Hills State. Fouled by Skylar Patton, and that should do it. That'll do it tonight. 2.1 seconds left. And MSU Billings on the short end at the moment, 58-51. Last MSUB lead was 49-48. So this Black Hills team state team comes in here and holds an MSUB squad averaging 76 points a game to just 51. First free throw up and good for Nikki Van Wyk. And the second's good. This'll do it. 2 seconds left. There's the horn. And MSU Billings with its first loss of this early basketball season, 60-51 at the hands of Black Hills State in a battle of Yellow Jacket teams. Terrific one both ways tonight. Black Hills State on the road gets the best of MSU Billings.
Hey fans, join us right back here in Altero's Gym on December 7th when your Yellow Jacket band.
So the Yellow Jacket basketball women for MSUB will head to Thanksgiving break now. They'll be back here on December the 7th.
And go Jackets!
And Black Hills State on to its next affair as well. Terrific outing for the Black Hills State Yellow Jackets as they'll jump on the bus, head back. Once again, your final tonight from MSU Billings, it's a Black Hills State victory, 60-51. Big fourth quarter for Black Hills State as they outscore MSUB 25-12. That'll do it from Altero's Gymnasium on a Tuesday night. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a safe and enjoyable week.